Hello again, Tina Spalding Trance channel here for another video. I got the nudge today to do another video, so let's see what Jesus and or Ananda have to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And as we start off the new year, we want to begin to give you some more consistent advice and more consistent lessons about how to manage your minds, how to manage your creative abilities, how to manage your thoughts, how to manage your life in general as you go through this very, very pivotal year on your planet. Our dear one is willing to do a lot of videos this coming year. So she has given us the, we'll say, the go-ahead to begin a process of training you. So what we are going to do is we are going to start with the very basics. We're going to start with the very basics for those of you that are new to this practice. But as you understand, those of you that are not new to this practice, it is the basics that keep serving you day after day. What are the basics? The basics are, how do you feel and what does your life look like? These are the fundamental reflections that you are given as a gift from the divine. You do not think of it this way. You think of your feelings as these annoying things that cause you trouble. You think of your life as this never-ending trail of trials and tribulations, and increasingly so it seems, as this strange time period in your Earth's evolutionary history is entered into. Yes, you have only just entered into this transformational phase, and that is why we want to give you some more basic training. Not that we have not given you basic training, but as we see throughout our conversations with many, many beings over the years, the basics are forgotten once the trigger is activated. So what we are saying here is that you have two fundamental feedback systems that are given to you to teach you how to improve yourself, to teach you how to recognize when you are off track. One of them is your feelings. And so when you are discontented, angry, frustrated, we will say you are getting guidance from spirit through your feelings, that you are looking at things incorrectly, that you are off track. You also have your life experience. Now, your life experience is affected, of course, by the way you interpret your life experience through your thoughts and feelings and judgments. But your life experience really gives you another level of feedback, telling you how in tune with your divine nature you are. So if you are in tune with your divine nature, your life will be peaceful. If you are in tune with your divine nature, your life will be abundant. You will be healthy. You will be happy and or content. Happiness is a little bit of a tricky subject that we will tackle further down the line. But you will essentially feel good if you are in alignment. So what's happening now as these increasing energies continue and as these shifts and changes in your society surprise and shock you and cause you to question what is going on, you are going to have feelings and you are going to have consequences in your life experience because the situation is changing in a way that you have not been prepared for. So what we want you to understand is that it's very, very natural for you to feel distressed. It's very, very natural under the current circumstances for you to feel frustration and or fear. It's very, very natural for you to be getting triggered by the circumstances that are being, we'll say, quote unquote, forced upon you. They are not being forced upon you. They are leveraging systems that have been training you over many, many decades to behave in certain ways, intentionally leading you towards this time of leveraging. So what we want you to understand is that you have two aspects to this interior world of feelings and thoughts. You have information coming from your conditioned mind. So that's the mind that your mother trained into you when you were a little toddler. That's the mind that your grade teachers trained you into. That's the mind that your frightening experiences over your lifetime, your traumas have trained you into. That's the mind that TV has indoctrinated into you. You can see that there are many, many conflicting messages making up what we call the conditioned mind or the ego mind. The ego mind is that which you have learnt in your culture, in your family, in your society, in your country, in your house. That which you have learnt that is based in limitation, fear, control, judgment. So this mind is in fact quite a negative mind, because the teachers that have taught you were very limited and or negative and or intentionally deceptive, manipulative or controlling. So for example, when you were a little child, if you were smacked or spanked when you were naughty, you learnt that those who love you hurt you. This is a belief, a limiting belief that many of you have because your parents punished you. And as they were punishing you, they were saying, I'm doing this because I love you. So what this did to that young mind of yours was associate love with pain and love with separation. You may get spanked and put in your room by yourself, denied the comfort of a loving parent. So when you look at this kind of conditioning program, you understand that as you are trained into this kind of behavior, you are never ever trained out of this behavior. This behavior becomes deeply embedded in your personality, and you carry it through your life, into your adult life, into your marriages, into your relationships, into your work life. Love hurts, love is painful. And you will find that throughout your life, if you are treated this way when you're a child, love will not hold any allure for you. It will in fact make you very nervous, and you will back away from anybody who is kind to you. You will back away from anybody who's loving to you. You may, however, be attracted to people who say they love you, but their behavior hurts you because it is a familiar system. So what we are introducing to you in this first video in 2021 is this idea of the conditioned mind ruling your behavior, even though you aren't aware of it. The adult that was treated that way as a 2-year-old does not remember necessarily that incident, but they will be repeating this behavior over and over again until they come to a point in their life where they realize what they're doing is a negative pattern and it's not bringing them what they want. Now, unfortunately, in your society, there are very, very few solutions to that kind of realization. Our teaching is one of those solutions. A Course in Miracles is one of those solutions. So yes, we are going to, once again, suggest for those of you that have not started A Course in Miracles, that you start A Course in Miracles now. It is the beginning of the year. It is going to be a challenging year. And we want you to know that there are teachings available free on this YouTube channel to help you with your Course in Miracles practice. So if you go to Course in Miracles, lesson number 1 with Jesus commentary in your YouTube search field, you will find the first lesson and the commentary. You will need, however, to have the book with you. The book is free of electronic interference. The book is free of needing power. The book can go with you while you're sitting under a tree. We are really trying to discourage all of you from using your phones as your method of reminding yourself about your Course in Miracles lessons. And for those of you that are more experienced, it's time to stop using your phone now as the alarm or the place you go to get your lesson. Why? We want you to go back in time. We want you to begin to behave, we will say, as people did 200 years ago. What did they do? They had their Bible, they read it in the quiet of the evening by candlelight. Now, we're not saying you should do it by candlelight, but what we are saying is that there is a beneficent effect to doing it that way. So yes, you can listen to the videos, the commentary videos. However, our dear one has fortunately had that made into a book called The Year of Forgiveness, which you can purchase with your Course in Miracles book, so that you are not dependent on the internet. You are not sharing your information with nosy people. You are living separate and self-contained in a loving way. Now, when we say separate, we mean separate from electronic influences, not separate from each other, although that may be what's playing out in your life these days. We want you to know that the connections that you will be making as you do A Course in Miracles are going to change your life. We're not only talking about human connections, we're talking about neurological connections. We are going to help you heal your mind. We are going to take you back to your unaltered self, that self before conditioning, that self that is made in the image of God, that is loving and creative and freedom-seeking, that individual that is intelligent and kind and creative and expressive. You have all been conditioned into limitation. You have all been conditioned into fear. You have all been conditioned into doing as you're told. This set of videos that's going to come through this being this year is going to teach you how to manifest freedom. And after all, isn't that what all of you have begun feeling is the most important thing in your life after 2020 and heading into 2021? So this is our little introductory video for 2021. We want you to listen to it again. We want you to understand what we say when we mean the conditioned mind. The conditioned mind is what you have been taught to do in this society, and we are going to be unteaching you. You are going to be unlearning many of these behaviors, because many of these behaviors are not in your best interest, and they are not serving you, your family, or your society. How do you know? Take a look at your life. How is it looking? How is it going these days? How peaceful are you? How happy are you? How abundant are you? If you are not saying yes to these questions, it is your conditioning that is causing these problems. And we want to begin to help you undo that conditioning systematically, day by day. We are doing this set of videos for you in 2021 to assist you in your awakening process. That is what's going on this year. Many of you will be awakening. And as we come to the end of this introductory video, we would like once again, as we did in our last series, we would like once again to challenge you to share these videos, because this is a place where you can feel your conditioning. This is a place where you can feel fear of other people's judgments. But what we want you to know is it's loving to share this video. It's loving to give people this information. It's loving, it's kind, and it's creative, and it is going to begin to shift and change the trajectory of your life to a much more beneficent location. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Okay, so yes, I have a new book out, which is the companion text to A Course in Miracles. It's Jesus's commentary on all 365 lessons, daily lessons. So if you are interested in starting A Course in Miracles, you can start it today because the lessons are free and online at the Foundation for Inner Peace. My videos, the companion videos, are free and online at this on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to get new videos today. And then you can go ahead and purchase the hard copies of those 2 books as Jesus has recommended, so that you are not hooked into Wi-Fi all the time. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.